she's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? This story is coming out of Bowling Green, Ohio. It came out on April the 29th, and I want to thank Marie722 for sending it to me. I had previously done a video regarding this, and I will link it in the description box. Grand jury indicts 8 in drinking-related death at Bowling Green fraternity party. 8 people were indicted Thursday in the death of Bowling Green State University student Stone Foltz, who died after drinking at a fraternity event, prosecutors said in a news release. Quote, the indictment stemmed from an alleged Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity event the evening of March the 4th at an off-campus house which Mr. Foltz was required to attend along with the other new members, end quote, according to the release from Wood County prosecuting attorney Paul A. Dobson. Foltz was later found unresponsive in his apartment, said the prosecutor's release. Quote, the Lucas County Coroner ruled the death an accident as the result of a fatal level of alcohol intoxication during a hazing event, end quote, according to the release. The autopsy showed that Foltz died from a fatal alcohol intoxication and that he had a blood alcohol content of 0.35, which is over 4 times the legal limit. 8 people who were between 19 and 23 face a variety of charges, including felony involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, hazing, failure to comply with underage alcohol laws, obstruction, and tampering with evidence, said the release. Dobson said in a news conference Thursday afternoon that a number of fraternity members had, quote, provided misinformation and disposed of evidence, end quote, in an attempt to protect themselves.
Generally, the investigation to this point has revealed that on March 4th, the BGSU chapter of Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity held an event at an off-campus residence. The residence was being held by several of the members. The several indictments reflect the allegations of the following. It is alleged that this event was part of a new member initiation process where mentors of the new members, or big brothers, or bigs, were revealed to the new members, or little brothers, or littles. As part of this event, it is alleged that the new members, almost all being underage, were provided a bottle of high alcohol content liquor. They were told that the tradition of the chapter was that the entire bottle, approximately 750 milliliters, what's commonly referred to as a fifth, should be consumed by the little at the event. The rest of the event surrounded the watching of the little's attempt to do so. It is alleged that Stone Foltz consumed all or nearly all of the contents of his bottle and then was taken home by several other members, including his big brother, Jacob Crin. He was left there alone, where some minutes later he was discovered by his roommate. After observing Stone for a time and calling for aid from friends, they called 911. By the time the first responders got there, the roommate was administering CPR to Stone. He was taken to Wood County Hospital and then to Toledo Hospital, where he passed away on March 7th. The autopsy indicated that Stone died from fatal alcohol intoxication during a hazing event with a blood alcohol content of 0.35, over 4 times the legal limit. It is alleged that several of the members of the fraternity engaged in providing misinformation to the police and disposing of evidence in an attempt to protect themselves and other members. In response to the detailed facts surrounding this narrative, the Wood County Grand Jury returned the indictments set out in the press release. This is the beginning of the criminal process for these men. These men stand innocent unless and until they are proven guilty in court. It is also a step in the continuing ongoing investigation, and I want to stress that. There is more evidence to obtain, review, and consider. There are more people to talk to and who want to talk to us. This was not a party where hazing occurred. From what we have learned, we believe and allege that hazing was an integral part of this event. There are many more people to identify as being at or involved in this event. Those who have been indicted may still have more liability coming. The result of this event was catastrophic. And I want to say this to the people who were at the event. If you do not even attempt to be part of
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine said after 20-year-old Foltz's death that he supports a bill to reform hazing laws in the state. The most serious manslaughter charge carries a maximum penalty of 11 years in prison, according to the prosecutor's release. Quote, some of the alcohol-related offenses involve providing alcohol to underage persons, while other reference permitting that activity at their residence, end quote, said the release. There are multiple misdemeanor counts of hazing and failure to comply with underage alcohol laws, which, quote, reflect the allegation that those defendants participated in providing copious amounts of alcohol to Mr. Foltz and the other new members, end quote, according to the release. The men are scheduled to appear in court on May the 19th, Dobson said. So, I do want to address the video. There was a little lag in there. For whatever reason, no matter how many times I recorded it, it still skipped. But the most important part was during that skip, when he said, if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. And that's so true. No one sends their kid off to college thinking that they're not going to come back home alive. And peer pressure is something else. We've all been that age before. But I really feel terrible for this family because they have fought and fought and fought to get something done about this. So I hope this is a step towards justice for Stone Foltz's family. And I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.